Hi everyone. Today I will be commenting on the second match actually of the World Team Championship of Carcassonne, and that is the match between Hungary and Latvia. Both teams play in Group B, the strongest group of all four groups in my opinion. Catalonia, not a bad team at all. Spain, strong team. Hungary, strong team. Latvia as well. Poland as well. Every single country is very strong in this group, so I expect high level plays. Let's take a quick look at the lineup. This is Team Hungary and this is Team Latvia. The players I know the best are Krishna, very strong Latvian player, currently top 10 player, I think. Siegfried from Hungary, and of course Alexei, also a streamer. I expect those three to win their game, and for the rest, it will depend. Hungary probably will need to win both of those games to take the victory home. But let's take a look how the games will go. I will try to follow all games at the same time. Let me see. I will do it like this. Hi, John, in the chat. Okay, what do we have? Only Denver started with city cap, so he could take 4 points. Nice little road for Siegfried in green. Not me playing this one. It's too easy to trap this meeple, I guess. It's also early in the game, so a lot of tiles that fit in here. Interesting choice. I think I would have taken this one, but of course Siegfried, I think, is one of the highest ranked players of the tournament. Oh, I'm sorry, John. Now you can see it. Thank you, Bogdan, as well. I'm sorry, I didn't prepare too much for this one, but I'm happy you can see it now. I geloof hier. Interesting move by only Denver, killing off this gap, preventing his opponent from filling the gap with an interesting monastery. Because red is in the lead, you don't want to leave those gaps open for your opponent to come back. I don't really like this move, to be honest. I think I would have taken those cities here with an extra meeple. I think a good move here is to put this extender here with a meeple and let your opponent finish your city on both sides. And now you can see why this is not the most optimal move. It would have been best, of course, to put this tile here. On the other hand, if you put, yeah, this one here, maybe he's afraid of those two meeples getting blocked, but the same goes for the red meeples. So I think this is indeed the best move. And now, do you want to split here or not? I don't think you want to. Yes, this is a good move. Taking a meeple back, maybe invading in this city later. And a big point difference already at the scoreboard. Early field meeple. But I think it's likely that this gap will be filled. Still 3 tiles fit in there, so this city will eventually be in the field, most likely. You could try to protect this meeple, but I think that's not a big problem. I think you should try to finish this city now. And that's what he is doing. Beautiful monastery. Put it here always. You can use this little road to grab some road points while also scoring points for the monastery. You want to finish this at some time. Still 3 tiles left, so 88% chance of doing this. And if your opponent wants to connect, it is with a cost of 1 point to your total, so excellent tile to get. I think you put it here. Because it's not easy to block this one. If it gets blocked with a field, for example, 4 tiles fit in there. The 4 starting tiles, only 2 of them are on the board. I think I would put this one here. Try to annoy this monastery a little bit. Maybe try to harass this city, although it will be hard to do so. A lot of tiles still finish this one. Oh, of course it's green, so this is a protective move. Which is fine, I think. But I preferred it here, to be honest. That's a nice thing to do. Meeple the field, of course, already 6 points in it, probably 12 later. 9 for sure. And this is the thing I was talking about. First, connect this to the field, and then meeple the road. It's too early to block here, because still 3 tiles fit in there. There's a shield on this city. So is it interesting to put it here, for example? Try to make a nice little city here. Or maybe it's too risky and he wants to attack this. On the other hand, why would you attack this? It's your field. Okay, let me take a quick look at the other games. Wow, okay, thank you, Nicolas, for in the chat for commenting on this, but there's a big city coming for green here. 4 tiles fit in there. I can only see 2 of them on the board, so 75% chance of finishing this city and probably winning the game on the spot. But let's go back to Siegfried's game. This was indeed a better move, building the city from this side so it's less likely to get blocked. And now the question is, do you put it here? I think you do, because it extends your field with 3 points and it also threatens to finish this city and double the amount of points for this meeple. Tildy indeed finished the big city and won the game for Hungary. Interesting game for Krishna. Let me see. "18 tiles left there, so it's good we can take a look at this first." Close fight indeed. 8-point monastery, 15-point monastery. How many tiles fit in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, still 1. I think, yes. But a big field for ether. Let's do a quick count. 3, 15, that's 18, 22, so 90. And this is 6, 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 34, 37, 99. So I think red is winning here, quite surprisingly. By the way, this tile doesn't exist anymore. Both monasteries with a little road are on the board. Hi Nico in the chat. No, don't do that. I'm trying to follow a lot of games at the same time. It's not that easy. Let me take a look at other games. Alexei seems to be winning. Yes, still d4 Hungary is winning as well. Interesting move here. Recognizing that green needs the field, absolutely needs the field in order to have a chance to win the game. Only one tile that fits in there, so... But if green manages to find this tile, he also scores 4 points. So it's basically 50-50 chance to win the game, I think. And he is now considering to meeple yet another field. But I think it's wise to clear off a city cap first. Trying to connect this field with the other field. There's the idea. Don't do this with a valuable tile like this. Take 4 points with it. But with this tile, that's less valuable. But how many tiles fit in there? Normally 9 plus 2. But those 2 are out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only one tile to connect here. And how many to connect there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think still 2 at least. You need a crossroad for here, so don't count on that one. And all starting tiles are out, or no, still 1 is left. So 3 tiles to connect here and 1 to connect here, I think. Tildy won the first game against Norbert with a convincing lead because of the huge city. So the first victory for Hungary. Connecting the fields now. Not meepling the city cap because he is the only one, he or she, I think, yeah, he is the only one with the meeple left. So no need to put that one meeple at risk. But I think green is winning now. Those fields are equal. This field is equal as well. There's no tile to fill this gap. So this meeple is that. And this is also, it's red now who needs the curve. If it's still left. But red also needs a curve for here, so maybe red should go all in here and put a meeple on this side of the road. Let's count the curves again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, still one curve is left. Oh, RCP won with 5-0 against Belarus. Wow. Not very surprisingly, but starting a tournament with 5-0 is huge. I'm surprised. Oh, he's trying to connect like this. There's the curve. So there will not be a connection here. And let me see. Alexei has 8 tiles left. Yes, but let me see. Alexei has a huge field, so he will most likely win the game, I think. While this is still not clear, although I think green has an advantage. There are a lot of entry points to the big field. For example, from this side. This not anymore. You could also, for example, put a starting tile here and find a road. Six points will not be enough for either, I think. Let's count. Equal, equal. This is also equal, so this is just 7 points for green. This is 11 points minus 3, but this is also equal. So 11 points, so this is a 14-point lead for green, minus 3, so 11. You cannot, for example, put this Dorito tile, this one here, and meeple the field, because there's no curve left. Let's take a look at the final moments of the game of Alexei. As you can see, a big city in the middle of the board, but also a huge 15-point field for Alexei. And that road, only 2 points. And a nice 9-point field, again for Alexei. And Alexei is also in the lead. So this will be a victory for Team Latvia. Okay, let's take a look. Both players are low on time. I can understand why you're grabbing 6 points, but I think the only way to win the game was somehow get in the big field. But there were no tiles left to do so. So green will win the game. That's Krishna. And it is confirmed. Alexei won the game against Kisimo. Both players, both very strong players. But it's 1 versus 1 now. I cannot update the score, so I will say it out loud. Trying to prevent green from finishing the city. How many tiles finish the city immediately? We have the 4 starting tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, all 4 on the board. 3 of those tiles. 1, 2, 3, all 3 on the board. We have these tiles. 1, 2, 3, all on the board. So there's no tile to finish this city immediately. We have 5 city tiles like this. 1, 2, 3. That's only 3. And there is also 3 of those. 1, 2. Yeah, so only 3 tiles fit in there. 2 of those. No, sorry, only 1 of those. This is also one of them. Grabbing 9 points. Very nice. I think you should do it here. Because in the field, green is in the field. So it is okay to just add a few points to your total. You could also grab 3 points, but yeah, that's also fine. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, still 2 crossroads remain, and you don't want your opponent to grab 3 points. Or you can grab it here. That's even better, I think. Krishna won the game, as expected. Okay, let me see. There's only one game we haven't looked at yet, and that is this one. What is happening here? No tile to fit here, so and this one, 1, 2, 3, no. A lot of that black meeples, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in order to get this one back, you also have to add points to the total of your opponent. This is a nice 12-point field. Yeah, but of course this is 8 points, 8 points. So at first glance, not clear to me who's ahead here. Indeed, two dead red meeples on a road here. Let's do a quick count. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, that's 18. 12-point field, 30, 31, 61. And black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 17, and 8 is 25, 26. 26, that's 54. 61 to 54. Red is currently in the lead. How many big city tiles are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Only one? Do you risk it here? Play all or nothing? Nicholas in the chat is saying black is in a tight lead. Maybe I miscounted. 11, 23, 4, 32. No, I think red is in the lead. Black is trying to connect to the field. But will it work? How many tiles to make the connection? We have 8 straight lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All 8 are gone. 4 starting tiles. 1, 2, 3. 1 is left. 3 of those. Still 2 are left. But if your opponent finds one of them, they could kill the connection. And of course also 4 of these, but all 4 are on the board. So very risky move in my opinion. You have to take a meeple back here, I think, for the last couple of moves. But of course that also gives your opponent a meeple back. You need that connection anyway. After this one I will take a quick look at other games. Black finds the connection. Okay, let's do a quick count again. 7 points for red, 12, 19, 32, so 66. 66 and black is at 4, 6, 8, 9, 17, 25, 6, 26 and 12 is 38, 76. What did I say for red? I forgot. 69. I think black is in the lead now because of this connection. But will it be enough to take a 5-point city here, for example? Building a city. Okay, and not meepling it. Not yet, at least. Yeah, you have to grab 4 points. Oh, that worked out perfectly for red. And there's a 6-point field now. So red will win the game. This is even more. That's 7 points. So well done for Team Hungary. convincing lead of 12 points. Let's take a look at Siegfried against only Denver. We started with this one. Oh my god, Siegfried's computer was frozen. He switched to mobile phone. What a bad timing. Okay, let's take a look. Big field, 1, 2, 1, 2. Green is in the field. That's Siegfried. Green also has this city compared to this city for red. That cancels out. These cancel out. So, yeah, big lead for green. Impossible to win for red, I think. Maybe first get this back and then try to equalize in the field, but not enough tiles left to do so. Let's take a look at other games. Yeah, I think this is just winning for Siegfried. I'm sure he will win the game. Let's take a look at this one again. Nicolas, if it's possible to write in chat if you want to, because I will also post a video of this on stream and this will save me some editing. But thanks for the help anyway, it's very helpful to do. Okay, let's take a look here. Yeah, big lead this time for red. I think the big city was for him this time. Not as big as the city of previous game, but on the other hand, nice 12-point field, 15-point field actually. If you take a look at both, if you take into account both meeples of blue, is there still a splitter tile left? No. So this will get connected, most likely. This is dead. This is still alive or not? One. Oh, is this still two tiles to connect, to finish this one here? That could be huge. This is in the same field. There is... No, it's not the same tile. But red should grab 4 points here. And indeed, Siegfried won the game against only Denver. So Hungary 2, Latvia 1. Or even 3 versus 1. Three, two even. Thank you, Nicolas. I'm forgetting who's the second. Oh, of course, Alexei and Krishna both won their games, I suppose. There's a tile that blue wanted. Yeah, you have to meeple the field. You have a lot of meeples left. So try to take maximum value. And now you have to take a 6-point field here. So if blue finishes this city, they will also add extra points to your total. 4 points is not enough, I think. Or maybe that's because blue is out of meeples. This big field will be shared. Yeah, this is just a convincing victory for Norberts. Hi MTU. Score is 3-2. Hungary 3, Latvia 2. Krishna and Alexei won their games for Team Latvia. Only one game was played in all matches. And if the Latvian player will win this one, and I think it's hard to lose this one, it will be 1-1 in this match. Take a 6-point field, of course. But why not put it the other way around? It doesn't matter. Red will win here. Okay, let's take a look at another game. Alexei, for example. Both players have an 8-point monastery. How many curves are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. Yes, so still 3 curves are left. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Only one big city tile. Is it still possible to finish this city? Yes, it is. Still, no, it isn't. This is the third one. 1, 2, 3. And yellow is here in the lead because of those 2 fields. Thank you, Nicholas, for the correct score. It's 1 versus 1 in that match. Tildy against Norbert. I guess you take 4 points here. Or do you take your meeple back? You can do that with other tiles, I guess. For example, still 2 of those tiles are remaining. And the splitter tile, of course. You cannot do anything with the monastery. So maybe you could harass this one. Exactly. No connection is possible because the only tile that fits in there is on the board. Those 4 meeples cancel out. Those 2 monasteries cancel out. Yellow is at +2, +8 for the field, +6. And then there's this field, +6 for yellow and +19 will mean a victory, second victory for Alexei. So let's take a look at another game, either against Krishna. I think this one is more close. We have a big field fight, green, green, red. No connection possible here. And green is in a nice 1, 2, 3, 9-point field. This is still an unclaimed 6-point field. That's nice. Trying to block with tempo. Do you try to save this here? How many tiles? 1, 2, 3, 4. One of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So only one of those is left to fill this gap. Oh, there's the 5th one. So no need to save this one. Better annoy this one, indeed. Nicholas made the count and he thinks there's a 6-point lead for green thanks to his fields. I would just add 2 points to my total. Or do you need more here? This is 12 points in favor of green, so that's 20, 29, 31, 39, 83, 79. 4-point lead, I think. But maybe I forgot to count this one. So I guess a 6-point lead. Indeed. And I think Krishna is now regretting that he put this tile over here and not here with a meeple? Maybe. This is also the tile that green wanted, not only to connect the road, but also to add this city to this field. Oh, so I was right with the +4. 21 versus 42. 21, and this is, yeah, okay, 82, 86. So 4-point lead for green. Oh, wait, what? Oh, and meeple the 6-point field. That's a next level move. How many points were added to red? -3 for the road, +3 for a city, -3 for this one, but +3 for that. Wow. So +3 move compared to putting it here, only +2. But more importantly, green can now not claim this field. This is the last tile in this game. Kissimo is saying he miscounted, and Alexei wins the game quite convincingly. 27 points lead. So congratulations, Alexei. The first match point for Team Latvia. 2 versus 0. Alexei against Kissimo. 2-point road for green. So he was at +4, but this was a -3 move, so +1. Green is at +3 again. And that's not a tile you want to get. Closing of a field connection here. Why is he saying oops? I'm not a fan of talking. Okay, because he lost on time. Oh, that's very unfortunate. That's very unfortunate, but very fair to express this. I'm afraid it's game over, yes. I'm not participating in this tournament myself, so I don't know what the rules are, but I think in the last tournament you should concede the game after losing on time. Yes, this is the last game for Krishna. So it's 1 versus 1 here. I think the game was lost anyway. I would not meeple this road just for safety or fair play reasons, but it doesn't matter anyway. Green will claim a 6-point city and win the game by, how many is it? 1, 2, 3. I think 4 points. It's 3 points. Okay. Well done. So we go to the third game in this match. Meanwhile, let's take a look at other games. This one, for example. What are you saying, Nicolas? What is the DAZ? Whoa, it seems like black has all the features here. But again, it looks like a lot of these features are blocked. Like this one, for example. Of course, this field meeple will stay there for the rest of the game. Only one starting tile is left to fill this gap. Luckily, he found this tile that will free 2 of his meeples. And black is still in the game because of that move. Oh, the commission who checks games and disputes. Okay, let's take a look. The third game hasn't started yet. I think if you lose one game, the match isn't over, right? Or it's just a game, I suppose. Yes, it's 1 versus 1, but okay, there was a little bit of confusion in the chat, but it's all good now. Okay, let's do a quick count here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 and 8 is 17, and 8 is 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15. So 40 points plus 4 is 44. Black is at 60 points. And red is only at 32. But of course, if red can somehow equalize the field, it's a different story. Or equalize in the city. But only 2 tiles to make the connection. I think I would have started a counter field. Yeah, but that's creating another problem. And yeah, exactly this problem. I would have used this city cap myself if I were black. I think I would try to get this meeple back, or just grab 2 points somewhere. Interesting field connection. But also still two of those crossroads remain to cut off this red meeple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 plain curves are left. 1, 2, and I think one of those. So 4 tiles to make the connection and 2 tiles to not make the connection. And he makes the connection. But the game isn't over at all. A lot of things depend on whether red can make the connection here or not. Yes, either was not showing up, but it's his first World Cup tournament, so he was asking what it means if someone loses a game on time. But it's always a good advice to read the rules yourself before the tournament starts. Let's think. You can put it here, for example, with the field meeple, with the road going down. 1, 2, 3. Still 2 tiles of those to make the connection. And also no, not one of those. This is also a decent move. Red cannot use this meeple anymore. Only 5 crossroads are on the board, so attempting something like this with a meeple in the field here is quite risky. Although 6 tiles to make the connection and 2 tiles to split. There's one of the splitting tiles, and black should use it to get the meeple back. But do you also meeple the road or not? Imagine that red connects here. Then this is equal. 4 points for red, 4 points for black. 16 points for both monsters compared to 3 for the road. So plus 13 for black. He is at plus 2 still. So I would not panic. Oh, by the way, this was a bad suggestion. You cannot meeple the outer field here because it will lead to nothing. But I don't really like this move. You should get the meeple back, in my opinion. What I would do here, if I were red, was just this is only a 12. This was only a 12-point field, so red was 14 points behind. Hi Alexei, congratulations with the first match point for Team Latvia. Oh, and black is lucky to draw the last tile that fits in here. So that's great news for Latvia. So this is an 8-point advantage. And now he should be regretting not getting this meeple back, I think. Thank you, Nicholas. I will take a quick look at that one because it's maybe the last tiles of the match. Big city again for Tildy. Also 2 monsters. Shared field. No, not a shared field. This is a 9-point field for red. Oh, if red can make the connection somehow. 15-point lead for Tildy. But imagine that red can come in the field here for 9 points and grab a 4-point road now, or a 4-point city. Maybe that's enough. Because it seems that blue cannot score any additional points except from connecting fields. Very difficult situation. Okay, let's find out what tiles are still behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think one big city tile is left. Or has it been discarded? Always a possibility with that tile. Let me see. Let me see. No. No tile was discarded. He's grabbing the 4-point city. Trying to connect the field to this city. Oh, and that's unfortunate. Drawing this big city tile to score only 5 points instead of connecting to this field. But I'm not sure if this tile still existed. No, it didn't. Okay. Yeah, Tildy made a mistake by trying to attack this field indeed, like Nicholas is saying in the chat, because that tile didn't exist anymore. Okay, so it's 1 versus 1. This is 2 versus 1 in the match. So Hungary has 1 point and Latvia has 1 point. Let's focus again on this one. And as expected, this meeple is doing nothing. And only now black got this meeple back. Oh, Alexei, thank you. Blue could have taken away 3 points from red on the penultimate move. Yeah, you needed one of those city caps to finish the city at top left in the previous game. So that's indeed unfortunate. Okay, what are we doing here? This is +8, I think, for black. So +7, +11, +19, +19, -3, 4, 5, 6, +13. Ooh. +1 for black with an equal amount of meeples. I would put this curve into this. But first, let's count the tiles because it does matter if there are still tiles left for if there's still a tile left to get this meeple back from red or not. For example, this tile. No, all three are on the board. Ooh, I don't know about this. Of course, there's only 4 tiles left. I think I would have placed it here, adding 1 point to both features, but with a curve, you could connect. But maybe I'm mistaken. And of course, with only 4 tiles remaining, you're not adding points to your opponent. That's not correct. Is there still a starting tile left? 1, 2, 3? I think there is. So, for example, black could put a starting tile here and meeple the road. This connection is not possible. This meeple cannot be, come back. Ooh, that's not... Yeah, of course, I want to say you have to meeple the field there. And that's interesting. Yeah, it's all depending on this tile and red gets it. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 point field. So 18 point field. Seven points will not be enough. Maybe you finish a feature of your opponent and put a field meeple. How many straight lines are left? No, again grabbing 4 points, but it will not be enough. I think. Oh, but there was no tile left to connect. Here you can take 4 points. And red will lose by, let's say, 10 points or so. Only 6 points. Wow, okay. Okay, what's the score between those two players? 2-1. So again, a point for Hungary. Let's take a look at other games. For example, this one. Ether won the game against Krishna. But that was the one... No, that was not the one who was lost on time. So it's now official that, I think, that Hungary won the match. No, I'm sorry. This is only 1 versus 1. Too many things are happening here. Let's focus on this game first. Siegfried against only Denver. I think I'm giving Alexei a heart attack. That was another game. I was showing the wrong game. Okay, what is happening here? Big city. Yeah, I didn't do it on purpose. Both big cities are shared. This is 8 points. This is 11. 11 and 8 is 19. 19, that's 23. 23 plus 8 is 31. Minus 7, 24. Minus 2, 22. 22, and this is a 6-point field. 16-point lead. Yes, exactly, Nicolas. 8 on the board and 8 on the scoreboard, so 16-point lead for green. And green can bring the match total back to 2 versus 2. Only Denver has to watch his time. Just build your monastery, I guess. Meanwhile, the real last game between Ether and Krishna, a big lead for Krishna at the scoreboard, but some nice features on the board for red. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12-point city, 9-point city, that's 21. 21 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 3, 27, plus 21, 48 points on the board. So it's a bit closer than you might think, but I think still green is in lead. By 19 points, I think. So let's go back to a closer game. Although I cannot see how to win here as red. This is only the second game between Siegfried and Oli Denver. Both players like to take their time, which is great. Indeed, Krishna is crushing Ether, so this one is important. But this is only the second game of this match, so Siegfried is ending the game with a lot of tiles and a lot of meeples in hand. It's best to take a 6-point field, I guess. Um, okay. I think it was better to put it here, but adding 3 points to the field. Nice move. And a 4-point move, most likely in the end. Or a 4-point road. Yes. And only Denver wins the game, I think. Yes, 17-point lead. Well done. So we will see a last game between those two players, I guess. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, exactly. Okay, let's take a look at Krishna, the other game that is still going on. Huge lead, 55 points. And Nicolas already counted the scores, and Krishna is leading by 17 points. So it's not really possible to come back, I think, especially not with a meeple disadvantage. So maybe it's better to focus on the other game. But they haven't started yet. Yes, you have to play some meeple. Hi Osvaldo. Hugs of meeple from Mexico. Thank you for watching. It's 2 versus 1. Hungary is in lead, but Latvia is fighting back. And it will be 2 versus 2 soon. And the last game between Siegfried and only Denver hasn't been started yet. Of course, you are not connecting your fields here. On the other hand, how many curves are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still one curve is left. So maybe even Krishna could make the connection and take away 12 points from red, while also scoring 4 points. But now it's red to move. Yeah, if curve comes, game will be dead. But the game is dead. But the game is dead anyway. Because it's quite clear that Krishna will win this game. Thank you for the assistment or for assisting, Nicholas. Have a good night. Okay, the game between only Denver and Siegfried has been started. It will be the decisive game in a very close fight. You're not the only one, only Denver. Good move, making use of each tile, especially in the start of the game. Alexei is saying that only Denver is always left with the deciders. So sounds like my own story. But not for this championship, unfortunately. It's 2 versus 2 now, indeed. So this is the decisive game and also the decisive match. Both players won a game and all other duels are finished. I would put this tile here. Try to surround. Very well done. Of course, Siegfried, one of the best players in the world, finds this move. And I would start a road now. Just to kill off the only road end on the board. So for example, when your opponent draws this tile but with a crossroad, exactly this tile, if you put a curve here, most likely your opponent needs to finish a city. But now he has an option. He can also put it here, for example, facing up or right. I always like to have 2 city caps open. This is a nice move. I didn't consider that one. Krishna just won with 38-point lead. It's 28, right? But impressive for sure. So now it's official. It's 2 versus 2. Good move from only Denver, blocking, making sure that this connection is still possible. Still 4 tiles fit in there. So that's a 94% chance of completing. Do you mean in this match, Lucifer? Only Denver against Siegfried? Nice field here. Good move, I think. I think only Denver is playing it very well here. And of course, Siegfried will not make the connection here. Oh, interesting tile placement. Still 3 tiles fit in there, so there's an 88% chance of finding this tile. Very well done. I'm a bit surprised that only Denver didn't make the connection here. That's a mistake in my opinion. He could have done it with even with the field meeple, so that's very surprising to me. And I think it's a mistake. Or what am I missing? Exactly, I'm also not sure they played before because I cannot find it in my software. But I don't understand why only Denver plays this tile here. Maybe to harass this city, but it's not urgent at all. While this connection is very important, especially with tempo for a field meeple. And also, green can build. What I would do as green here is make this a huge city, and red will be left with only 3 points. Okay, thank you, Alexei. I'm curious what he will say. Maybe he is thinking, okay, imagine the field is equal. It's not the case, but imagine it's equal. Red has +4, +3, +2. Red is in total +2 and 16 is plus 18. Maybe he is thinking, okay, the only way to lose this game is when I give my opponent meeples back and create a field with a lot of cities in it. That could be maybe be the case. As you can see, red is wasting 2 tiles and green will get the meeple back anyway. Or is it better to put it here without the meeple, facing city cap to the south? Or maybe even put it here, create a monastery spot. Still 5 monasteries are left. But again, you can do it maybe later, maybe with a tile like this, or a starting tile. Thanks, Alexei. Alexei is mentioning he did something very similar in his first game against Kissimo. I willingly signed up to a losing -3 mini battle just to deny us both meeples and eliminate variance. Okay. At first I was very surprised, but the more I think of it, it might be a brilliant move. Exactly, and with this move, he's not only grabbing 2 points, but also trying to restrict this city from growing. On the other hand, Alexei, at that point, like now he is ahead 16 points or so, or 18 points, but at that point he didn't have this meeple, so it was only 10 points. And then you could argue, is it enough to play that defensive already, that early in the game? Very nice move. Only Denver can, for example, place it here, go for a 75%er, and only the red player will fill the gap. That's also a good point, Alexei. So by placing this tile there, still 2 of those tiles are left to make the connection, if red needs it later in the game. And this is an interesting move by only Denver, but I don't really like it, to be honest. Because you will need now to spend several tiles, like a curve. You can use a curve here for 3 points, for example, or here to create a nice road. But you need a curve now to place there. Or maybe a monastery with a little road. And you need, after placing the curve, a crossroad. Valuable crossroad. You can score 2 points everywhere with the crossroad. Maybe even try to arrest this road from your opponent, like so. But now you need a crossroad here. Oh, exactly. This city is now vulnerable to take over. I totally missed that one. But what do you think, Alexei, of this move? Or anyone in chat? I would have placed this tile here, just to indicate, okay, this spot is for my monastery with a road. And if you find one of those, you cannot score an 8-point move with only 1 tile. Okay, Siegfried, what should he do now? This tile was found. You cannot do this, I think, because if your opponent bends this into that, you need the same tile once again. But still two of those are left, so it's possible. Exactly, good point here that this tile is now growing the field. You don't want to do that when you're ahead. You don't want to create a big field. But here, there's a nice opportunity. You have to take that opportunity, I think, to equalize in this city. Maybe green can invade from the south with an extra meeple. Or you could go for this idea yourself. But on the other hand, red is having a meeple disadvantage. Yeah, this was the thing I was talking about. John would have gone for the 75%er as well, so putting this tile here. Now Siegfried can go with this idea. To take over this big city. On the other hand, Siegfried already needs a big city tile here, so in that case he needs the same tile in two spots. I'm not sure. I would place it here, I think. Or do something completely else. Something completely different. For example, put it here. With a meeple on the curve. Because this will be one big road in the future. I understand this move. It's adding 2 points to green. Compare this with this move. If red finds this tile, you also added 2 points to red's total. Oh, there's the monstery. And green took it, okay. I maybe would have taken this one. This road, 2, 4, 6. I'm not sure. On the other hand, you don't want to put a tile here, being green, because that will extend the field and add this city to the field. Yeah, this is not a correct move, I think. It's better to put it here, I think. Although 1, 2, yeah, it was vulnerable to attacks. Oh, this was played very quickly, but I don't know about this. Why not place it here? With the meeple on the road? Exactly for this reason. Now your opponent scores 3 points. Still 2 tiles to connect here. Red is 6 points ahead currently. Yeah, exactly. Both players are playing rather well so far. Taking 2 points there. Oh, by the way, Alexei has a nice, um, how do you call it? Competition on his YouTube channel. You can win a board game. I forgot the name of it, but and you have to predict the 5 best players of the tournament. You can find more information on his channel. But I picked Siegfried as one of my 5 players, so it's difficult to see him struggle. But of course, for Alexei and his team, I'm rooting for only Denver. Citadels is the board game, and it's not a competition, but it's a giveaway indeed. This is a nice 9-point field, but do you take it already or not? I guess you just take 3 points here. Oh, make the connection. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still 4 tiles were left to do so. 4 additional tiles, I think even 5 or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even 6 tiles were left to make the connection. So I'm not a big fan of this. I preferred it here actually, scoring another 3 points. And this is of course not a 9-point field, but a 6-point field. There are still, by the way, one of these tiles left. And those could have a huge impact exactly for this reason. If you put it here, you could overtake the big city. In poker, there's the concept of dirty outs, which totally applies to Carcassonne. Indeed, indeed. And Siegfried was, I'm sure he plays this style here, thinking ahead, like if I find the last monastery with a little road, I can meeple it here. But I don't know about this. Is it necessary to defend this spot? Now Siegfried will not go for this connection, but because he will lose points. For example, if you place this monastery here, this field is not 6 points, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 15-point field, and green will lose 6 points. And again, do you defend? You can defend both places. You should take a meeple back here, I think. But that also gives your opponent a meeple back. But he is defending again. And yeah, opportunity will come anyway. But okay, I think you can lose this big city. It's not a big deal. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Let's say 15, 16 points for green. 16 points. And 6 and 4. That's 26 points. 1, 2, 3, 4 for red. That's 22-point advantage for green. So green, imagine that green does overtake the city. It's only a 5-point advantage for green. If you connect this field, red is in the lead. So don't focus on this feature too much, I would say. And just start grabbing some points. And now, only Denver had to kill off this nice little road earlier in the game. But he didn't, and now Siegfried can take 3 valuable points, I think. Oh, but he is defending as well. Still 2 tiles to make the connection. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, this one was necessary, I think. Although, he still had outs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 1 out with a road and 2 outs without a road. And now, does he do it? Connect here? He should do it, in my opinion. This field is 6 points for green. This field is 6 points for red. By connecting those fields, red basically wins 9 points and is back in the game. Or is further ahead. Yeah, red is totally fine if he connects here. Oh, a 9-point field here. Indeed, and again, they are attacking and defending. And now only Denver can grab 4 points. But imagine that green. I'm starting. It's getting late here. But imagine that green got this tile. He could extend this field and defend this connection. I think he will extend the field. No. Indeed, a great game. In my opinion, only Denver thinks that if green finds this connection, he will lose the game. I think that's his mindset now, but it's a wrong assumption. One of those tiles is left. One of these tiles is left. Indeed, he can create a coin flip, put it here, not only adding 6 points to his field, but also creating a spot where both of them can score 9 points. On the other end, green maybe doesn't want this connection. Green doesn't want to add points to this field. One, two. There's only one crossword left. No, I would not do this. Because that blocks the blocking square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only one monastery is left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 plain city cap. Don't give your opponent a meeple back. You're the only one with a meeple. Yeah, maybe a 6-point field here will be enough for the win. But this is not going well for red. I think you have indeed to take this field. So if green connects, you can reconnect and win a 3 versus 2 meeple battle in the field. Siegfried is ahead 16 points on the board, but behind 21 points. So only Denver still is in the lead by 5 points. Creating a big road feature there. I think I would kill this feature. Or add 1 point to my total. But with only 8 tiles left, you can assume that green will find this tile. 2 out of 8, or I should say 2 out of 9 tiles are creating a connection. 1, 2, 3, yes, 2. Oh, there's one of those two trying to block this connection. And do you take the field now or not? Prevent this field from connecting? Exactly, that could be an interesting idea. Or, no, you are saying save the field connection. Like this. But there's a problem, I think. I I think green should now do this, put the curve here. Yes. There's a second tile. Oh my god. Siegfried must be so mad. Yeah, exactly. Wow, this is really unfortunate. Okay, let's do the count again. This is equal. This is equal. 6 points, 7 points for green. Equal. 6 points for red. So green is at plus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 16. Green is 5 points down. But he cannot get a meeple back. Maybe this one. Wow, wow, wow. Green can block the field connection. Yeah, but he has to score 5 points somehow. There's one move that only Denver should not make, and that's putting the tile here. But he will not do that. He can grab a 6-point field. That was the last straight line. And Siegfried must be so disappointed now. Because I feel like Red played well, but he made some slight mistakes. Only Denver can now meeple an 8-point road and win the game with a 15-point lead. A 13-point lead. He is checking and double checking everything. You could say that green got unlucky, but the truth is, if red hadn't drawn the triangles, red would have drawn something else useful. For example, field connection. Exactly, that's always the case. It's not pure unlucky, but of course, by not drawing this tile, the game is basically over because he has no meeples left to work with. Maybe this meeple was a little bit too early. Well played. So let's take a look at the scoreboard. First of all, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this, but this is Belarus against the RCP. That's a Russian team under a neutral flag. RCP won with 5-0, not surprisingly, because a lot of strong players in that team. And now, second team that got a victory is Team Latvia. They won 3-2 against Hungary. Very close, tight fight. Let's take a look at the group standings. Results. Exactly that, Glovir. I was thinking the same. Maybe the second farmer for green was a little bit premature. I agree. I think if you save this meeple, maybe you score a few points here. On the other hand, at that point in the game, red still had one meeple left to work with, so maybe in that case, red would have taken this field. But we will never know. Okay, the group standings now. This is classification, yes. In Group B, of course, Latvia will be in first place and Hungary in last place. Very strong group this is. There really is no bad or I should say small team in this group. Ukraine is a new team for this event, but boy, they are strong. They defeated Belgium with 5-0. Poland has very strong players, United Kingdom as well, China as well. Every team has a lot of strong players, so this is definitely the group of death. And then we have Group A, also very strong, Romania, Netherlands, Czech Republic, Mexico, Germany, and last but not least, Japan. In the group with RCP, we have Brazil, Taiwan, Hong Kong. I think those are the four strongest teams in that group. Yeah, and Alexei is saying that Ukraine is the number one team in this group. I think I agree, maybe China. But I was really impressed by Team Ukraine. And in Group D, we have, of course, Belgium, Chile, also a tough opponent. Greece with Acetos, France with Viv, Portugal with Glovir and Osnofak, United States. Yeah, very strong teams in this event. Exactly, Nico. 4 quarterfinalists in Group D from last year. I think, yeah, of course, Belgium, Portugal, but help me out. I don't know the other two, but I can imagine Greece or United States or Chile. Anyway, a very strong field, but I think Group B still is the strongest. And it's very good for Team Latvia to have this first victory against Hungary. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope to see you soon. I don't know when I will be streaming the next one, but you can find it here in the streaming tab. Just go to www.carcassonne.cat from Catalonia, and then you will be on the homepage and click on streaming, and you can find the streaming schedule. And this is the stream of today. Tomorrow you can, for example, watch Romania versus Netherlands from Alexei. I certainly recommend that. Thank you, Corelle, for the nice words. Oh, by the way, other quarterfinalists of last year were US and Chile. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.